Hello everyone, my name is Yasser Hammam Syihab, and in this presentation I will analyze two tasks, one persuasive and one objective. And both texts are taken from my own internship report about an online bullying case on Ask, which is formerly we call it Twitter. And the goal of this analysis is to show how our grammar choices shape tone, register, emphasis, and how the style influences audience perception. Alright, let's just get started. We are moving to the next slide. So, here is the persuasive task of my internship report. Alright, this is the persuasive version of the text. The persuasion is built through emotional vocabulary, active voice, parallelism, and a tone that is more dramatic and urgent. And we can see, for example, the first one is harassed and terrorized, which is creates emotional impact. And the next example we can see here is 7 suspects were arrested, and unbelievably, 5 of them are minors. This sentence uses strong adverbs to provoke reactions from the readers. And we can see a strong parallelism appears in no borders, no limits, and no boundaries, which intensifies the rhetorical message of the text. And then these 3 choices make the text feel fast-paced and alarming to the readers, as if the crime is a major and immediate threat to the country and also to everyone who lives under the law. Moving forward to the slide 3, we are moving from persuasive to objective tasks. Now, this is the objective version of my internship report. The grammar shifts to passive voice, a formal register, and a neutral tone. And the examples of my objective report are an online bullying case is currently being investigated. And then 7 suspects were arrested, and the case was subsequently reported. Well, we can see the difference from the previous example from persuasion text to objective text. We can see the sentences are longer and more balanced. And emotional vocabulary is removed, and the text avoids giving personal opinions. And yeah, of course, to be as neutral as it should be. The purpose is accuracy and neutrality, which is suitable for a police brief and institutional report. Alright, we can move to the next slide, sentence variation and voice. In sentence variation and voice, the difference is very clear. Alright, we can see in the left side is the persuasive text. Active voice dominates, such as victims were bombarded with relentless messages. This creates immediacy and action to conduct. While we can see the next side of it, the objective one, passive voice dominates. For example, more than 100 individuals were reported to have received messages. And this sentence shifts focus from the doer of the process, which is common in institutional writing. The persuasive version also has shorter sentences, which creates speed and intensity. The objective version uses more complex structures to present factual information clearly, so that the readers can understand more naturally and without any distraction from the subjective part. Alright, we are moving to the next slide, slide 5, emphasis strategies that I used. Emphasis strategies also shape the style. In my persuasive text, there is a heavy use of parallelism such as no borders, no limits, no boundaries. We can see clearly that. And emotional intensifiers like shocking case, harassed, and terrorized. Also, the repetition and rhythm make it feel like a warning or campaign message. Meanwhile, in my objective text, I have removed it all, the emphasis. Like there is no dramatic punctuation, no emotional parallelism, and no stylistic devices used for persuasion. Alright, the next one is slide 6, register, tone, and formality. The register, tone, and formality, and those three differ significantly. In my persuasive text, I use semi-formal or informal register, emotional tone, and vocabulary that expresses urgency. This makes the text is relatable for the public so that the readers understands what it's about and how they feel about the report they are reading. Also for the social media users. And my objective text used formal institutional register, neutral and distant tone, and also technical vocabulary, which is this version is appropriate for police reports, legal context, or official documentation, which is suitable for me who work in official and institutional police. And then the next slide is persuasive versus objective style. When we are comparing both texts, we can see how grammar creates entirely different styles. Of course, they are different, the persuasive one and the objective one. And the persuasive version of mine aims to influence the people and raise the concern about the report. Like grammar such as active voice, parallelism, and strong adjectives works to change the reader's emotional response and perspective. And on the other hand, my objective version aims to inform and using passive voice, precise vocabulary, and a balanced tone, which is make the text more suitable for official communication. And even though both texts describes the same event, they serve different audiences and purposes. And then slide 9 or conclusion. After I stated everything for my analysis, I can conclude that sentence variation, voice, emphasis strategies, and register, they work together to create style. A persuasive style uses emotion, action, and rhythm to influence the situation, while an objective style uses neutrality, distant, and passive constructions to present accurate information or report. Through the grammar choice, a single event, uh, a single event that we report can be framed differently depending on the purpose and the audience we are reporting to. I'm Yasser Hammam Syihab, and thank you for listening for my presentation.